Hey. Oh look. Not guilty. I'm in seeing my solicitor, which is Alison Gurdon. She's great actually. She's really nice as well. A barrister, so to say. And I'm in for, we're meeting up because the police have acknowledged my court letter, where we're taking Cambridgeshire police to court for their treatment in front of my children. Anyone can see this video. If you go online, put in Tommy Robinson children, you'll see I was out in Cambridge with my three kids, who at the time were probably 4, 6 and 8 years old. I was with my friend and his daughter. I'm going on holiday with him actually Monday, I can't wait, or Tuesday, with him and his kids. And my other friend and his daughter. So 3 dads and 5 kids. And we'd been to the fair in Cambridge. We'd been to a fair, and then we were having food and watching the Man United game when the police come mob-handed to tell me I've got to leave the city. Now, if you just watch this video, seriously, you've got to go on and watch this video to believe it. I had to leave the city or I'd be arrested. Leave the whole of Cambridge, get on a train, or I'd be arrested. Because they believed that my presence in this city was going to spark violence. So not that I'd done anything wrong. And I was with my kids. So I sort of said I don't want to leave, I want to have my food, I want to watch the football, where I was then told I'll be arrested. I then made the decision to leave because I didn't want my children to witness any problems. I grabbed my children, and then the police proceeded to follow us with cameras, at which point you can hear my children become hysterical, crying and screaming. You can hear them saying, "We haven't done anything wrong, Daddy. Why are they doing this? Why are they doing this?" And I shield my kids from that. Every time I've ever, even when I've been to jail, my eldest daughter knows now because I told her before she went to big school in the summer. So I shield them from everything. And the police keep this 3 times now. This is the 3rd time, 4th time even, that when they're doing things now, they do it in front of my kids. So, and where that has, what sort of effect that has, the next time I walked past police with my youngest daughter, who was 4, which was the next week, she cried and screamed and held onto my leg. That's not. I bring my kids up to teach them the police are the good guys. That bad people get in trouble with the police, which isn't actually fully correct with the current state of affairs with our policing system in the UK, because they're being used politically against many people, not just myself. What else it did, my eldest daughter is 10 years old, and I sat her down in the summer because I was told by her new school that I have to make her aware of who I am. I have to make her aware of who Tommy Robinson is, because it would be a bad situation if other children were. I managed to get her through all of her younger years without knowing. So in the summer, I sat my daughter down and I explained to her that Daddy's been to prison, darling. You know, when Daddy said he was working away, he was in jail, and I had to explain to her everything. The name Tommy Robinson. You might have people saying to you, your daddy's Tommy Robinson. So I explained who Tommy Robinson was, what had gone on, everything really. Everything, and told her that anything she needed to know, she could now ask me, and I wanted her to know it from me. And I explained to her that when Daddy went to prison, he just shouldn't have gone to prison, and that certain things have happened where people don't like the truth that Daddy's saying. So the police and the government have taken a different stance against it. Now, things happened, darling. I said, all these things will be looked at in years, and people will realise they were wrong. I said, so Daddy's gone to prison, and I explained that to her. Now, after this happened with Cambridgeshire Police, the next day I walked down, and my eldest daughter said, Daddy, I get it. I said, get what, babes? She goes, I get what you were saying about the police, Daddy. She saw it herself. Watch this video. Just go on and put on Cambridge Police Tommy Robinson. You'll be shocked. Absolutely shocked. My youngest, when they were following us with the cameras, my 4-year-old tried to run. She nearly got hit by a car. They were terrified by the police. Now, because of that, I'm suing them, which is what I'm here to speak to my barrister Alison about today. So I just want to keep you updated. And I've also got to see her because when I went to France in the summer, some of you may know I was in France and the police raided my house, and they arrested me when I returned home, and they said that they wanted to ban me from football because, again, they believed that my presence, this is what they said in court, my presence in a country with a Muslim population could spark trouble. Ban me from the world, do you know what I mean? Ban me from Luton. They already tried that, so they had a map drawn, and the map would have included every single Muslim area of Luton that I wouldn't be allowed to enter. And all this based on my presence. And the head of the football intelligence, he comes to court, and this is where I say not all police, yeah, and it's not the police on the ground, because the head of the UK football policing unit, which is a section of the Home Office. Oh, whoops! Sorry, my phone's ringing. Not independent, Melanie. Not independent. Football police. They weren't independent. They're from the Home Office. The government were trying to issue this ban. Now, I won that case with, what was her company's name? Melanie Cook from Football Law. Football Law. So anyone gets in trouble with football, look them up. Melanie Cook and Alison Gurdon. They won that case in Luton Magistrates Court. Now, the cost for me was £6,000. Now, people donated to that. Now, when we won that case, the judge said that the case against me was vague, cagey and dishonest from the football policing unit, from the government. Yeah, vague, cagey and dishonest, and she acquitted me of all charges and refused their attempt to ban me and give me these maps and these fucking conditions of where you can and can't go for 5 years, you know. That was what they were trying to do. And they also said I was inciting hatred by having a flag that said, fuck ISIS. Gee, what a joke, man. But so I won that case, and the judge said that it shouldn't cost me a penny. So she said, she and this was in the newspaper, she's awarding me full costs, which would just mean the £6,000 I've spent, I get back. I'm waiting and waiting and waiting for this money to come back. It never come back. The judge has decided, so someone's leaned on the judge. The judge has, because remember, before I had 2 best-selling books, before all of that, the police would try everything they can to cripple you. Now, one of the things they could do to cripple me was legal costs. I've spent in excess of £180,000 in legal costs. No, more than that. £210,000 I've spent in legal costs over the last years. That's one way they win. So this £6,000, they then said, she said I should have it back. I haven't broke the law. The police brought an illegal case against me. Yeah? So then she awards me it back, and the money never come. So my solicitor's chasing them. She changed her mind. Sorry, I was just reading the message here. So she changed her mind, and so I've then said, well, that's not right. So I've put in for a judicial review. Now, another £1,800. But this now becomes, it's not about the money. This is about the point. You can't raid my house twice. Yeah? You can't come in front of my children, which is a video of this, because I lose the head of them when they come to my house. Because I haven't broken a law. I broke no law, yet they're coming to my house when my kids are getting in from school, and they're disrupting my family life, saying that I've got to go to court, which they did. They dragged me through the court, and I won the case. So I shouldn't have to pay any money. Why should I be out of pocket at £6,000? And for the record, all the people that donated to that money, there's another £1,800 now for judicial review, and I find out the further costs for when we go to the court. This will now be at the High Court. If I get that money back, yeah, that money will be donated straight to the Amelia May Foundation. Okay, this isn't about the money. This is about the fact that people paid to support me. I won the case, and the judge said I should have my money back, and they haven't given me it back. So now we'll go to the High Court. But by the end of this, it's going to be about £12,000. About £12,000. And Yeah. That's it. So this is, and what other case? I've got another case. So at the minute, I'm just looking at every legal option now, which the other one is just at the point. The other one I spent 16 grand so far with legals to find out that. So when I was done on this so-called mortgage case, I knew everything they were doing was wrong. I knew it. Yeah? So I've then got, now that I've got out and got my feet back on the ground, I've sat down with one of the country's leading QCs, and I've explained to him what happened in the case, and he couldn't believe me because I had him. Some of you may remember when I had the court case again that I was acquitted of. When I had the court case for protecting myself in Peterborough prison, I had a QC that day. It cost £10,000 for the day. Yeah, worth it. And again, thank you to everyone who donated, because like if I'd have had this support for the last 6-8 years, I'd never been in trouble, because they wouldn't have been able to, because they've just absolutely stitched us up left, right and centre. So when I sat down with this QC, I explained what happened in my case, and he was like, no, that couldn't have happened. I said, I'm telling you, this is how the case went, and I went through all the details. I've then paid £9,000 for him to look the case. Then I've had a meeting with him, and he's like, you're right. They shouldn't have done that. Any of that. That's all illegal. Going through the details, he said, like, if it's any consolation, the judge, the prosecution and the defence all have got this wrong. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I bet they did. I mean, and that's not got nothing to do at all with funny handshakes anywhere. At all. So, I'm looking at that case, and I'm looking to bring about a case about that. So, again, though, we're into that one for 16 grand. But hey, now it's not for me. It's not about, none of this will be about the money. It's about now and again. Yeah, it's not about the money. It's about proving what they've been doing was wrong, what they have done, what they've been able to get away with for so many years was wrong, and letting them know that everything will be followed up. So yeah, next thing is, once Solicitor gets here, we'll have a judicial review at the High Court and Cambridgeshire Police. We'll be seeing you in court, unless of course you decide to make an out of court settlement fee, but still then I think I'd rather see you in court. Thanks for all the support, everyone.
You didn't frankly have the balls to put country before party.